Talk with Rio. Man, we hit the sports stuff all the time. Real talk, we don't even mess around. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. Man, what you say? Man, it's real, dog. Hey, what you doing? You know this is fire. Subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button. And after that, make sure you hit the notification bell. You know it.
Let me break it down right quick for my haters, my dictators and bad raiders. Since you never seem to get it right no more, then right no more. Kick back your feet and watch your back from perpetrators. My game's strong and my range roll.
Yo, what up?
Yo,
Welcome to Real Talk with Rio. We're back.
We at the last two.
Ooh, the last two. This is
it.
9 and 10 already.
9 and 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a trip, man. That's a trip. I know we just, man, there's been some work though. we put in some work.
Definitely.
We put in some work, and but I'm glad to see the last two episodes, and I was like, man, I got some comments. I definitely got some stuff to say about last two episodes. Yo, once again, like I said, welcome to Real Talk with Rio. I got my brother Big Ralph and my brother P Mega, and you know we're about to break this down right now for real.
And before we start,
what?
This show is brought to you by.
Ooh, what's that?
Oh, the Jordan 13s.
13.
Wow. When'd you get that?
That's nasty.
Wow.
They sit in the box.
That's
man.
so funny. 13s is what he wore.
Yeah.
He wore that
during the 98 playoffs.
But not for the final game.
Not for the final game.
He wore the 14s for that.
Yeah.
I'm liking that color. Those are nice.
Those are really nice, man. Put that in that box that you're going to send me. Send that. Yeah. And if you guys want to know about the breakdown for the shoes, of all shoes he wore for a championship, make sure to check out my video on Ballers Club called The Truth About 6 Rings versus Jordan 11s. Check that out, man. I break down the shoes, man. It's crazy. Just
for all you shoe heads.
Sneaker heads.
Jordan sneaker heads. All right, let's kick it off. Reggie Miller, man.
Ooh.
Reggie Miller.
Woo.
Out of UCLA.
Is that where we starting off with Reggie Miller for real?
Out of UCLA, man. Reggie Miller, man. Now, before we go into the matchup, what do y'all think about Reggie Miller as a player, his career and everything? What's your thoughts about him?
You know, I was never a Reggie Miller fan, but, you know, toward his mid-career, I started liking him. I mean, he was a hard-nosed player, first of all. He didn't back down from no one.
No, he didn't.
Right.
He was always in your face, you know, talking smack.
Always.
You know, the thing I hate about him is coming off those picks.
Oh, man.
Oh, he did. He ran off those picks all
He invented
day.
that before my boy Steph Curry.
Ah, yeah. Curry.
But
learn
you know,
from
yeah, man. He had that down, man. And I just remember Reggie Miller for those New York Knicks, you know, versus Pacers, you know, matchups. Boy,
Yeah,
remember
nice.
the infamous choke when he did that, Spike Lee. Yeah, man.
That was a killer, man. He had one of the fastest releases, man.
Yes.
I'm serious, man.
Definitely.
One thing about Reggie, man, it's funny because, you know, he's a great player, one of the best clutch shooters. Like, there's not too many people you can put ahead of Reggie Miller when you talk about the game on the line. So it's a short list to be, you know. But Miller's game it always stayed the same through his career.
Pretty much.
He never added nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same game.
And it's just like, but he was still effective, man. It's not talking down on it. It's just,
no.
You know, some people, you know, you see them add more in the bag. They got more in the bag with their
they
game.
come up with some new stuff. But Reggie,
Miller,
man, Reggie's Reggie, man.
I don't know what else he
Reggie
could have
was
added.
Reggie.
He could shoot. He had range, mid-range. threes.
6'7", shooting guard.
You know, he
Yeah,
was
but
posting cats up.
But like P said, it's just something. It's something about his game. I feel like he needed to take it to the next level in order for it to really just for him to get over that hump, and I don't think it ever happened.
What was his weakness?
Man,
That's what I'm saying. I can't think of anything else he could add.
that's what I'm saying. Like
Some in the defense, shot blocking,
maybe
steals.
maybe
He was
something like
defense
that.
on. I mean, he was decent on defense.
Because he never gained muscle.
No, he didn't. Maybe that's what his weakness is.
He never gained any muscle.
His weakness was weakness.
Yeah.
But you know,
Man,
are you about to do?
No,
But
no. Go ahead.
You
Got it.
No, but for real though, I was gonna talk about that time when he talked about he first played against Jordan,
Yeah.
and then when he I guess he had a good game and Jordan had a horrible game.
No, he had a good first half.
Was it the first half?
Yeah.
yeah,
It
first
was a
half.
good first half.
Okay, it's a good first half. So, but it was crazy because he was like, "Oh, so you're Michael Jordan, that guy, that could walk on water, huh?" And Jordan was like, "Oh, okay." And then like you said, second half, he went crazy. Yeah, you're right because he ended up scoring more than Reggie Miller did.
Miller only probably had like a bucket. Second half.
And he went crazy. And then he told him, he said, "Never talk trash to Black Jesus."
Like Jesus.
That's crazy. I never heard that story, man.
Ah,
You ever heard that one, P?
He called him Black Jesus.
Oh yeah. That's why you never hear him. When he commentate the games, he never said Michael Jordan too much. You know what I'm saying? He always called him Black Jesus, Black Cat, and things like that. But yeah, man. Jordan just, that's one of the things, man. You rather just leave Jordan alone.
Yeah. Don't feed the beast.
And that's probably what you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? The best bet, because if he's sick, if he's pissed off, it's gonna you might get embarrassed.
Right.
It's a
You
wrap.
might get embarrassed. But
But that was a hell of a series, though, man.
I was gonna say,
Indiana
man,
played them tough.
Now look, this '98 Pacers team.
Man, can you give me the lineup? Give me the lineup, please.
Wait, you had Reggie Miller, Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson.
You had the young Jalen Rose.
Fab Five.
Yeah, the other guard too. What's his name? The other guard.
You had a
point
Travis
guard.
Best.
Travis Best.
Yeah, Travis Best.
You had a Chris Mullin.
Can you believe Chris Mullin was on the squad too?
You had the Davis brothers, Dale Davis,
brothers.
Anthony Davis.
Woo!
Okay, you had Rick Smith, 7'4".
The Duncan Dutchman.
You had Derek McKee. I mean,
That's right. They had McKee too.
And they had a squad.
They had a bench.
They had a squad.
This is why I keep asking you guys. Do you think Lakers had a better bench than the Bulls when they played in the finals? Do you think Utah or Portland, whoever it is, the Knicks, like the Bulls bench? To me, they knew they role.
Yeah, they were pure role players.
That's what made them a great.
They did not have like an all-star bench. Okay.
It was like after that started five, you probably had a good 6-man, and that's it.
But see, that's what it reminds me of. That's why the Bulls remind me of the Warriors, man. The Warriors, they don't have no all-star bench.
But in their championship years, they had a great bench. Before Kevin Durant came, they had a great bench. Kevin Durant took a lot out of that team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, to make it to that one player. But I mean, man, the Pacers, man, they was.
Now let me ask you guys: did it make the series even more crazy because Indiana is right next door to Chicago? Right next door.
Man, next door neighbors. I mean,
exactly.
Let me tell you something. 4th of July, you go right across the border, man, right to Indiana to get the fireworks.
Come on.
Come back with a break up firecrackers.
Man, with everything to blow the block up.
Blow it up.
Here's the other thing. We go to Indiana to get gas.
Oh, man.
That's right.
The gas is cheaper.
It's cheaper.
We go to Indiana to get liquor.
Get the liquor.
Come on, man. It's like everything.
You know, Indiana is right there, man.
Right there, man. It was so close. It was ridiculous.
Go to the casino, the Horseshoe.
Yeah.
Indiana's right. It's right there. You know?
So that's why I feel like it was such a crazy series because, man, Indiana fans could just drive across, the line and be in Chicago, come to the game.
I mean, you can
And
have
then
Indiana
Bulls
fans in Chicago.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it was just.
And vice versa.
Come on.
So,
It was
so guys, is it me or was that a physical series? I mean, they were going at it.
Oh, man. Come on, dude.
There was bumping heads with Jordan. Even Mark Jackson fouled Jordan one time, and Jordan bounced the ball off his back of his head.
Yeah. Woo! I love that.
Man, when Jordan put the paws on Miller.
Oh, man, that fight, man.
I thought he was going to rip his face off.
Yeah.
Didn't you? I mean, I thought he was like.
And then you got to think they was cool. They was
Yeah,
cool.
they was cool.
They were cool. No, yeah, they were good friends.
Jordan he was one of the players Jordan brought over during the Space Jam time.
Exactly.
Yeah. He was one of the
just
players,
like when Jordan got into it with Danny Ainge, they played golf together.
Yep.
But see, on the court, it's like a whole nother.
It's a whole different.
That's the thing with Isaiah getting into it with Magic. On the court, it was a basketball thing. It's a competitive thing. That's why it goes back to Isaiah being on the Dream Team because every beef he had with these players was on the court. They would have had more personal time. They would have cut the crap. They would have been cool, and Dream Team would have be winning by 100 every game.
Good point. All
right. That's
Good
all,
point.
man. That's
Good
all
point,
I want to say.
I like that.
I got
that to end right there.
I got nothing to say about that dude. I'm not even gonna say his name no more because I don't even want to mention his name. So you want to mention it, go ahead, do what you gotta do. But I'm not even talking about that dude, man.
Game 1, Chicago takes game 1.
Yep.
In the 7-game series. Game 2, Chicago takes game 2. MJ 41 points.
But wait.
No problem. Game 1 and 2.
No. You got game 1 and 2. Go ahead.
But game 3 at Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
It was Miller time.
It was Miller time. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, he was on. He was torching. Okay, he was lighting the Bulls up. When Miller gets in that type of zone, man, it's nothing you can do, man.
Like I said,
anywhere.
He was coming off that pick, draining threes from everywhere.
All day long.
But game 4.
That's what I want to talk about. Game 4.
Talk about game 4, Rio.
Game 4. All right, man. How crucial it is for Scottie Pippen to miss those free throws. 2 free throws at that time. I mean, it's like what happened? It happens to the best of them, but it's just, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if I could ever remember Jordan missing super crucial free throws, like 2 free throws, just maybe 1. But that was so crucial because then it opened up for Miller time.
Right.
But the Miller time part, I need you guys to answer this question for me because I kept watching it. And I might even put it on the screen right now. Reggie Miller, he even said it. He told on himself. People snitching on themselves in this documentary. I just want to make that clear.
Hey, that's the world today. Everybody snitch on themselves, right?
He's snitching. He is snitching on himself. He said that, I came around and I kind of.
Right.
He straight pushed off.
He said he lightly.
Come on, man.
That was a push.
Come on. Any one of you guys felt that wasn't a push off?
If you were a referee, would you have made that call?
Instant call.
Really?
But you know what? Today.
But that's tough.
Today they make that call like that. Back then, please.
That's tough, man.
He was
Indiana,
smart. He was smart. He said, I'm going to let the referees, I'm going to put in the referees in. I'm going to take a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, what does he got to lose? Push off, take a shot.
Indiana
put it on the refs.
Game 4, man. It's
But
tough.
I don't think he pushed off to the point to where it was offensive foul.
What?
But I think Jordan was in a bad position to let him get the ball that open.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. He came off a pick and somehow he came down the middle and cut to the right and got the ball and boom and made the shot. But I don't know. I don't think it was a.
I disagree. Definitely.
Yeah, I disagree
because
it came off a switch, and Miller came from the by the basket up to the top of the
backside. Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when he came into Jordan, when Jordan switched off to him, he went into Jordan's chest, pushed him,
right,
got the ball, and had enough room to have daylight.
And that's the key.
You know what I'm saying? That was it, because he went into his chest, pushed him, and he pulled up.
Now,
offensive foul. Offensive foul, but being a referee, man, that'd be tough. You could have got death threats, in Indiana after that game.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, what could you do?
That's one for the fans to comment on,
Oh, yeah. Do you think that Reggie Miller, do you think what you just saw, that Reggie Miller play was a push-off? And should that have been an offensive foul? Hey,
put that on the comment. Comment, guys. Let us know what you think, man.
And by the way, we have another incident similar to that we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
We'll comment on that later.
Yeah, we're definitely. I know what you're talking about. But even with that, Jordan still had a chance to win it.
Yes.
Man.
That was. You see the way that. Come on, man. That ball was in, went off the backboard, in, and came right back out.
In and out, man.
So I remember we were standing up like this on the edge of the chair.
We were standing.
And then we jumped, and then the ball went in, and then came out, and we looked at each other like, did this happen?
Did that really just happen?
And then the way Jordan shot it, you know what I'm saying?
He had to double
clutch.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, man. I mean, you don't make them all, but that was, not all good shots go in, man. That's the saying I always say.
Man.
So now at the press conference, when they asked the Jordan, man, you guys worried or anything, what did MJ say, man? You still got to come to Chicago.
Everybody. He said everybody got to come to Chicago.
You got to come to Chicago.
Say Utah got to come to Chicago.
I'm not worried. Everything got to come.
Indiana got to come. Everybody got to come through Chicago.
Yeah. It wasn't easy winning in Chicago, man.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't easy, man. That's why it was kind of like a shock when Phoenix. Did Phoenix get 2 in Chicago in the finals? In 93, right?
I know they at least
because they played 3 in Chicago, and then Phoenix.
Oh yeah. They got
Phoenix
2.
Got
they got 2
out of 3.
They did.
Yeah, they got 2 out of 3. Yeah.
They had game 3 and game.
Because they won it. 5. They won it in Phoenix. They didn't win in Chicago.
Yeah.
Because they were hoping to win in Chicago, but they didn't. Because they got 2 in Phoenix, then lost 2 in Chicago, and won 1 in Chicago. So yeah.
So let's fast forward, or let's go back. Actually, let's go back to 97, Western Conference Finals. Utah against the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Stockton makes it a game winner.
Right.
To go to the finals. Karl Malone was the MVP that season.
Self-motivator. The self-motivation king. That is the theme throughout this whole documentary.
Jordan said, pissed him off.
Jordan said, hey, pissed me
off. Is there a year that Jordan don't
That's
think
what I'm
was
saying.
I
MVP,
know.
He think he was supposed to get MVP every year. So he's like,
that's all he needed. That's all he needed to motivate himself.
All he need, man.
Like, share the sugar, Jordan.
But that's not the only thing. He had a double situation. He had that, and he had Russell. That when he was retired, and then he saw Russell, like I forgot how they saw each other, but they were at the facility, and Russell as a rookie was like, man, Jordan, why'd you retire, man? I could play defense on you. I could have D'd you up.
Right.
Jordan's like, man, Stockton Malone, you better get this dude.
Right.
So, but Elephant, he ain't never gonna forget.
Jordan
So
said,
he
man,
been
he's on
waiting.
the list.
He been waiting the whole
Byron
time.
Russell on the list.
Yep.
And you saw the first game. What did he do?
Hit that shot.
Busted in his face. Busted beater.
One. Hit him with that shot. I mean, come on, man. You know, Byron Russell, man, he's a role player. A role player. If you're a role player, man, leave Jordan alone. If you don't want to get embarrassed, leave Jordan alone.
Yeah, just let it go, man.
Yeah. I mean, he was a decent defender.
Yeah, he was good though.
He had a nice little offense.
Russell's
game
cool.
was decent. You know, he could shoot.
But the thing is, it's like you could look at Jordan in the Mayweather sense, right? All your best defenders is good guarding somebody else. But when you against Jordan, he gonna make you look like the next player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna make you look like that, man. That's what Mayweather. All these people, man, knock this person out. When you fight Mayweather, man, he make you look like the last boxer he fought.
It's a Rizap.
You know what I'm saying? So
right, but it's kind of remind me of, for all you youngsters out there, if you're gonna talk trash, you better be ready to back it up.
Back it up, man. How many Jordan
Especially to
stoppers
Jordan.
they had?
You can't be talking trash to Jordan.
Man,
Yeah.
how many
Jordan stoppers?
Come on,
they had
let's-
Dumars.
Ooh,
John Starks,
John Starks. That didn't work.
Russell.
Dumars didn't
Russell.
work hard enough. Byron Russell, Gerald Wilkins.
Gerald
That ain't
Wilkins.
helping so much.
I heard somebody do that.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah,
said
that
that in
was-
the comments yesterday, man, talking
Right,
about Gerald
right.
Wilkins. I started
Gerald
laughing.
Wilkins.
Gerald
That-
Wilkins.
Gerald
he couldn't
Wilkins.
even guard
The
Dominique.
glove.
Oh, Peyton.
I mean,
Wow, Gary Payton, yeah, when he said it.
I mean, how many Jordan stoppers? I think they
got
just try
stopped.
to just put the label on somebody.
Man, they needed somebody.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I got one. Craig Elo.
Craig
wow.
Elo, man.
Oh,
the
wow.
worst you could do,
that's the
man.
worst.
Are you serious, man?
You gotta
Like,
get it.
There was no Jordan stoppers, man.
Nah.
I don't care what they talk about.
if that was your Jordan stoppers,
Stop it.
Yeah. The only thing that could stop Jordan was Jordan.
That's
Yeah,
it.
That was it. If he had a bad night, it was because he just had a bad night, not because you stopped him.
yeah, man. And let's see, game two, Bulls got that one. You know, Money in the Bank. Game three, the Jazz, Malone went off. He had 37 points.
Yeah.
Big Swole Malone, man, like his little mid range was
Yeah, he's
nice,
cool. Yeah, coming up.
real physical, but he had a finesse.
The mid range, big time.
A nice
That's all
finesse
he
shot,
did.
but
Elbow shot right there all day.
He was beasting it, man. He was, all-time power forwards, man. He's up there, man. No doubt, he's up there.
How about game
6'9"?
How about game 4 though, man? How about that game 4 when John Stockton, they got that rebound and he passed that ball
The long pass.
looking like Patrick Mahomes, dropping a dime.
Man, that was on money, man. That was on the money.
I mean, Stockton puts it, his pick and roll game, his pass accuracy. His brain for the game, man. I mean, I always look at John Stockton as a math teacher.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got this math.
I'm surprised he's
teacher
not a
thing about
coach, man.
Yeah, that pass was crazy, man. That sealed the deal. He put it on the money. There's nothing that Jordan could do, or I think Pippen was back there. They couldn't play defense on that.
Yeah, it was
So
a wrap.
that sealed the game. But before Game 5, the food poisoning incident.
No, I mean, wait, before you just say food poisoning, you need to
Right.
really break it down. What I'm saying is that they needed to get some food. Jordan's hungry. He ain't got nowhere, to order food from, and he gets some pizza. But you got 5 delivery dudes at your door.
Now. Okay.
They ain't suspicious.
But here's the thing. These people at the Marriott had to give out the word, man.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
They knew.
It was something that had to come.
They snitched.
I mean, look, how big is Utah? The city.
You mean Salt Lake City? Utah is the state.
Yeah, Salt Lake City. How big is Salt Lake City?
I don't know.
It's not known as one of the biggest cities in the United States, right? So you could say it got a small town thing. Marriott people, hey, the enemy is staying at our hotel.
They snitch.
They knew it.
You know, any food places around. Look, if you hear.
But what did they put though? What did they put in the food though? I mean, what can you put in somebody's food to make them just sick for one day?
I know that's kind of dangerous if you think about it.
That's very dangerous.
That's
very dangerous.
They should have got brought up on charges.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but we don't know.
Because
was it from the pizza? It had to be from the pizza, right? I mean, can we agree to that?
Yeah, I mean,
it's likely because that's the only thing he ate that night.
The thing is that I've never heard that story until I watched episode.
So if you wanted to give somebody food poisoning, how would you do that? What would you do? You give somebody some old rotten food? You give them some outdated food?
I have no idea.
What do you?
I don't know.
Do,
somebody,
man?
I guess they know the secret. I don't know. But that's the thing that kills me is that to hear Jordan say, "I didn't have the flu. It was food poisoning." He just straight said, and I was like, "Whoa!" Knew for sure. So my thing, man, if I had a pizza delivered by 5 dudes and I'm a celebrity, I'm not eating it. I'm not eating it. Right. If they looking for Jordan,
they're trying to look in the room. Exactly.
I'm not eating it.
Right.
Unless they come into the door with a Bulls jersey, Jordan, and they come with extra food, and they acting like something. Just give me a little comfort, but no. I
still won't trust it.
Yeah, and who was that? His trainer or somebody that was in the room with them saying that, you know what, there's something fishy about this. I didn't trust it.
Yeah,
you know?
5 dudes. When 5 dudes come, they know what's up.
That was great.
Yeah, because they all trying to catch a glimpse of Jordan. That's all.
You know, and just couldn't trust it, man. And so, you know, I think all the food restaurants have word that, look, if any orders coming from the Marriott, hit us, call us, let us know, and we're gonna let you know if it's them.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, going into that game, Jordan was in pretty bad shape.
In bed all day.
Oh my God.
Throwing up.
See it, man.
Throwing up. 2, 3 in the morning.
And you know, the thing about Jordan, I mean, he could have easily set out that game, right?
He would have never set out that game.
Most players in that situation, I don't know too many players that could have, you know, played that game and
he would never
what he went through. You know what I'm saying?
Today would have sat down.
Man,
yeah, exactly.
I'm surprised he didn't shit on himself. I was like, as bad as he had food poisoning. I thought I was gonna see, you know, stuff coming all out of his shorts.
Right. And Jordan shitting in the middle of the court.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, you know.
It just goes to show his desire and his will to win, man. At any cause. So,
and he had an ugly start.
He did. You remember him on the bench with the towel over his head? He was just like,
man, I just remember us like, man, what's going to happen?
Like, it's over. I mean, I looked at you, you looked at me, we were like, it's over.
And then Utah was just like, yeah, this is it. My time to shine. And then once again.
And you know the crazy thing about it, man, Jordan played 44 minutes.
I know.
Yeah. He still played. You got 48 minutes in the game. He played 44 minutes, man.
Yeah.
That's only taking a minute off each quarter.
Yeah. He found something deep inside of him, and he took it to the next level to win that game. And he had one like the greatest games.
It finished with 38.
That was an unbelievable performance.
Because he was the one that kept him in the game, kept it close.
Yeah, man.
Because they were struggling at first.
Dude was like, he was like, boom, take a shot, then he take a shot, then he was like, oh shit. You know,
he had to have a diaper on that game.
man. Yeah. I think he has some Depends. He definitely did. That would make sense though.
That makes sense.
We need to go back and check the footage and see if his shorts are a little puffy.
Right. So it's not the flu game. It's not the food poisoning game. It's the diaper game.
It's the diaper game.
It's the diaper game. Give it up, man. Give it up. So now, you know, before it goes to Game 6, Jordan was talking about his teammates, and how he's seen that they was getting better, more accountable. You right? And Kerr, they got into Kerr, and Kerr was talking about Paxson, how he was study Paxson, and Paxson giving him pointers and stuff, how to be just that reliable dude, man, and be ready for the shot. What you think about that?
I think a lot of things prepared Kerr from get ready for the shot. I mean, they got into the fact that about his dad, and he got him and Jordan had something in common, which is both of their dads were murdered. And, you know, just to hear about that, I'm like, man, you know, his dad was in Beirut, man. You remember Beirut back in the days. When you say Beirut, that's just like saying Iraq or something like that. Right. So his dad was in Beirut, and they straight killed him.
Dangerous grounds, man.
But before they killed him, the dude that he was either, Kerr's dad was going to replace or work with, just got kidnapped. I don't know, man.
It was just a sad story.
It was a sad story, man. So he was in a dangerous situation. So he had to learn how to be strong early on. So that built up a lot of character. But I found it very strange, Big Ralph, that Jordan and Kerr, they never talked about that. You know what I'm saying? About like both of their dads, like having that in common.
Yeah, he said that. I guess it hurt so bad they never really shared that. You know? Right.
Yeah. It was like, who's gonna break the ice?
Yeah.
Who's gonna break the ice of that situation? And it's just, but you know, I think subconsciously they bonded off of that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like he's like, man, I'm aware what happened to his dad, man. I could feel him because of my dad, and vice versa, man. So you know what I'm saying? They played off of that inner energy with that one.
Yep.
So you guys remember Kerr back when he was in college?
Arizona.
I don't even remember.
He was nice back then. I remember him in college. And,
he
wasn't heavily recruited. You know.
Nah.
He didn't get a scholarship to like last minute. You know. Mm-hmm. And but he had that shot though. He was nice. You know. He pull up on the outside and.
So you guys think he was like a perfect replacement of Paxson?
Oh yeah.
He fit in well. As a role player.
Yeah, he was perfect, man. That was Paxton Jr.
Now, there's one thing about the Bulls. They always made sure they had a shooter.
Oh, yeah.
You had Paxson. You had Trent Tucker. You had Craig Hodges.
Craig Hodges.
Oh, we got to talk about
Craig Hodges. All right, let's take a quick detour.
I'm so glad you brought that name up.
Let's take a quick detour.
Now.
What did Craig Buck Hodges? For those of you that don't know, we used to call Craig Hodges Buck because he came from the Milwaukee Bucks. And in my opinion, he looked like a buck. he looked like that mascot. He looked like you just put some antlers on him. And call him Buck.
Not to clown Craig Hodges, man. We love you, man. Respect to you.
Man, we loved him. You remember the 3-point contest? We're crazy.
19 in a row.
Come on,
dude. Hey, Big Ralph, I remember we watched that in your living room.
Yes,
it
was like 1, 2, 3,
we was going crazy. It was like
5. Oh
my God,
man!
Because the first rack was like, okay. Then the second rack, like, hold on, man. Wait.
We're like, wow, did he?
10. Hold on. Top of the key.
Man.
Oh shit. Like. We didn't think he was gonna miss, man.
No, I didn't think he was gonna miss. And so this is my biggest problem. What did Buck do? What did Craig Hodges do to Jordan where he was banned from the documentary.
They didn't want to get his side of the story because it wasn't part of what Jordan wanted,
It wasn't
you know?
okay. It wasn't part of his narrative, right? It didn't fit the narrative.
There you
Okay.
go.
Do you think it's Jordan, man? You think it's Jordan?
Man, what you talking about? Jordan controlled his whole narrative.
Exactly.
This was Jordan's documentary. I mean, you want to call it the Bulls,
Who else
whatever.
is
It's Jordan. Like they ended it with Jordan. Come on, like,
Because you know he was against Jordan talking about the locker room scenes and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know he thought that it was between them as a group and that wasn't right.
Yeah,
So.
but with Craig Hodges in his face, he refused to talk about things where if you talk about somebody else, especially if they're not sitting around with you. But I just don't like the way he got played bogus, man, from the league. They would, I didn't like that, man.
What happened?
Like when he was playing, like you remember he couldn't even, they didn't even allow him to come back and play in the league, let alone just to come to defend his 3-point championship. It was some things going on, man. Like at that time, they didn't give out a lot of information. But you remember he was down with the nation, and they was on camera. You remember it? He was like, "Yo," and you remember they had this certain shirts and hats they was wearing about it. And
so maybe that's what has something to do with this with Jordan too.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, he's blackballed.
Man.
Because I don't understand that makes no sense to me. How you gonna do a Bulls story with no Craig Hodges?
Yeah, he went through that.
That doesn't make sense, man.
He went through that Colin Kaepernick thing,
And makes sense.
And he couldn't. They were just like, man, at least let him play in the 3-point contest and defend his title,
right?
But they wouldn't let him back in the game. But when he played in the game, man, he was like automatic.
Man, give it to Buck.
Man,
give it to Buck in the corner.
Do you think that he would have, like Kerr? Look, Paxson was pretty automatic,
He was consistent. Yeah,
he was consistent.
He was real consistent, man. And Kerr came, and Kerr was in the 50-50 club. 50% 3-point shooting, 50% of 2-point shooting. But Craig Hodges, man, like, where do you think he would have been? Where do you think he would have ranked up, man, if he would have actually stayed and got,
Man, he could have been up there, man. I wish, I wouldn't mind seeing a little Craig Hodges 30 for 30 or something. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a breakdown of what happened with that. That would be good, though.
Yeah, we need to hear his story, man. Craig Hodges, shouts out to Craig Hodges. Salute you, man.
Buck. Salute
Buck.
So, the game 6.
Back to Utah.
Game 6. The game. What? Utah is up by 1 or something, and they got the timeout, and Jordan is like, everybody think it's going to go to me, so he didn't want to make any indication that he's like, yo, Kerr, it's going to go to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But Kerr was
like, yeah, I'll be ready, man.
Let's go, man. Hey, Jordan said me.
I'm going to be ready, all right?
Jordan said, hey, you heard that, right? Jordan said me.
Yeah.
That was funny. Jordan's like, man, what the hell?
Like, shut up. Fuck it, man. Wait, time out, man. But Kerr was definitely ready.
No, he was ready. They double teamed Jordan, just like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And, they double teamed me. I'm coming right to you. Kerr was ready for the double team, and he got the ball, and that was history. Locked it down.
And I love when they were at the parade and he was talking at the podium and he gave his little story. He said, they said, man, Jordan said he don't think he could do it, man. So it's like, man, let's give it to Kerr.
That was funny.
That's Kerr.
I'm sticking to that story.
Yeah, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. And MJ saying Kerr earned his wings, man. Like
he did.
Now, like say like you Kerr, or you just that player that Jordan say, yo, I think big round for Rio, he earned his wings. Do you feel like, all right, I gotta keep stepping it up, or could you just relax?
Nah, I keep stepping it up.
You gotta keep stepping it up.
It make you motivate to
Yeah,
even work harder.
It make you motivate because now you feeling like, man, you getting some acknowledgement, and you know that you definitely. If you just chill, then yeah, that's not cool.
You just feel like, all right, cool, all the hard work paid off. I can relax now.
Nah,
you
nah,
know?
man. Nah, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So now they switched it back now, man. They, you know how they jump in the timeline, and now we back up in Indiana, man. We back in '98. Now we back in Indiana, Game 7.
Yeah.
And what was real interesting is that little story that they start talking about with his security dude, Gus. You know?
Gus Lett.
Gus Lett. Yeah, that was touching. That was very touching to see the relationship Michael had with Gus after his dad passed away.
Yeah, that was something.
He was there for him, and everywhere he went, Gus was there. Calling Gus up 2:00 in the morning.
Crying.
Yeah. And you know, that's something as the fans or the public didn't even know about. Like
No. He didn't put that out there.
Yeah.
There was no social media, man. Things was better back then because it's like it didn't like for me, all that stuff that they're talking about in the documentary, if I knew about all that stuff, it would have tainted like how I felt about all the championships. Like as far as what was going on behind, I'm like, man, they're shady, you know, but to know that we got to enjoy those championships, got to enjoy those games without being part of all that drama. You know, it's a different situation, man. I mean, it's a totally different. I know there was stuff that was reported, but it wasn't. You had to sit there on ESPN. You had to have cable. You know, everybody didn't have cable. People weren't like, you know, it was a different situation than what we got going on here. That stuff pop up on your phone. Oh, Jordan got beef with Bibbin. You know, that'll pop. If it was nowadays, that's what pop up on your phone.
And let me ask you guys, with you saying this, do you think now with all this social media, does it make people even a quicker celebrity, quicker population,
popularity,
without even really paying your dues and really earning it?
Yeah.
All of that. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, there's a lot of fake celebrities or people that are getting popular definitely for no reason, like real quick, and then it goes to their head, and real fast.
Because I think even it kind of messes up these high school players.
Yeah.
These high school players is getting all kind of little montages and things like that about them, and it's like
I'm happy you brought that up.
They're not even proven yet.
I'm happy you brought it up because remember, this is Ballers Club Sports, and then we do videos on high school sports, high school football, high school basketball, and we're recording these guys. You should see some of these players, man. They got big head. They got a big head, man. And you know, you got to slow your roll, be humble. You know, I like the players that we interview, and they're humble and everything. Shouts out to all y'all out there. But you know, there's some players out there, man. They really feeling themselves. They feel like they're already in the pros.
Right. There's a big difference from confidence and big-headed. You know?
Hey, look, man. I mean, Christian Laettner would tell you, man, you could be a college stud and won't be jack,
and then be a pro dud.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, guys, I think I think it's right now it's out of control to where people not even proven, you know, like that, and they get too much attention and just think they all of that.
Right.
But
anyway, guys. So Gus, he got sick with cancer, and it was sad for Jordan, for him to see that, to go through that. You know, that's his father figure. You know.
Yeah.
Been there for him throughout all the times his dad wasn't there, and I remember that scene in the locker room where they were all sitting there just quiet. You know, him and Marvin Shaw was here, and somebody else was there. And
he was standing there, and he was.
That kind of hit home right there.
It's like a low energy.
Yeah.
You know, and but you know with Gus Lett, man. I mean, even before that, like for his people knowing people knowing, you know, in the neighborhood or wherever in the area about Gus, like, dude, you roll with Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's my dude.
Like,
he gave me the game ball. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, yo, man, what's it like being with Jordan, man? Because you remember when we had a friend of ours from the hood who worked at the
shout out to Tim. Yeah.
Shout out to Timothy, man. We was asking on him all kind of questions.
Man, you remember he used to get free Jordans,
all that, man,
and stuff like that.
Players and stuff like him going through that experience. It was like we was kind of going through it too. You know what I'm saying? And just listening to all the stuff he tell us, you know, what he was going through and things like that. Hey,
Tim, I just let you know we were low key just real jealous of you, man.
Yeah, man.
I just want you to know.
that was the dream job.
That was the dream. We wanted your job real bad. We asked you all the time, man, you gonna get us a job there? I think he still worked there, man. I think he still worked with the organization.
I mean, he was a kid, shorty.
Yes, kid, man.
Could you imagine a shorty working with the Bulls?
I don't know how he got lucky.
Jordan?
Like that, man.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, man. And that was during the, I think he was there during the Oakley days?
Yeah, he was there during the Oakley.
He was there.
Man. He was
with
there.
the Corzine and the
everybody.
Hey, Corzine.
All good, man.
Brad Sellers, chicken grease.
Chicken grease.
So anyway,
he got the game ball for Gus.
No, well, let's step back. Jordan wanted to win Game 7 for Gus.
Right.
And again, Mario, like you said, Jordan used that as a motivation. What's that, P?
You remember Jordan said, we will win.
Oh, yeah. He said
we will win Game 7. Exactly.
We will win it.
Yeah. Indiana started off great. The first game, Game 7, they started off great. And they just took off. I think they were up by like 12 or 15, something like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. They started in
Bulls
the first
came
quarter.
back.
Yeah,
first quarter. Bulls came back, took the lead, kind of went back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a big swing with Steve Kerr. He hit a big shot that brought the Bulls back to life.
And that
was after that jump ball.
Yeah.
Right. It was a close fourth quarter. It was close. Well, Indiana was probably up like 3, and then that jump ball happened, and that led to Steve Kerr hitting that 3-pointer.
Yep.
Yeah, because Jalen Rose, I think, made a comment and said if we would have got that jump ball,
and scored
and up by 5,
that would have been a big swing right there, right?
Big swing.
And who I jump? Rick Smith.
Lonely got the.
No, Jordan.
That was Jordan.
Jordan was.
Jordan got a little tip off.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Scooped it up. But then they go down, kicked it to Kerr. Kerr knocks down the 3.
He knocks down the 3, man.
And then from that point, it was like.
And Jordan made sure he got the game ball.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And got it for Gus. That's a lot, man. That's a lot, actually.
No,
that's a lot of love, man.
Do you agree with Reggie when he said that he think that Indiana had a better team than the Bulls?
You know what? I think bench-wise, they had. But it's all.
I think Indiana had a deeper bench.
They had a deeper bench, but the thing is, the Bulls is like prepared for war. That's
seasoned veterans, man.
They seasoned.
Yeah.
They. I mean, that's why Jordan, and we're gonna get that on another show because Jordan makes his players better.
Makes it better, man.
Makes them better. He brought them into he put them through boot camp. He screamed at them, "Give me 50." You know, all of that, right?
Right.
And he had them battle. He battle tested them in practice, had them ready for the war.
And even Reggie Miller said the big difference was the Bulls had championship experience.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been there so many times. It's like that's what got them over the hump.
That was what it was about.
And I like when Jordan C. Bird in the back, right?
Yeah. You see
In the
that?
backstage,
Yeah.
and Bird like, man, you a bitch, man.
He was like, fuck you, bitch.
F you, man.
He's like, man, yeah, go work on your golf game, man.
Yeah, they got time to work on their golf game. I know Bird was like,
You know, Bird was
but
big.
shouts out to Bird. He did a good job for his first year.
I thought he was a decent coach. I thought he did a good job. What, he coached for like 3 years, something like that?
Yeah.
He
And
coached
you know,
for that long.
I always had this theory that former NBA bums make the better coaches. You know what I'm saying? And because when you a player,
You're just
like
sitting on the bench, just watching the game the whole time.
right? And also when you a player like who play hard like a Bird, Magic, Jordan, it's hard to coach somebody and where people match that intensity you had.
At that level, too, yeah.
You know, at that championship cutthroat mentality. You know what I'm saying? You have to have the players on that roster have to all share that same, enthusiasm to be champions. That's why, rest in peace, Kobe. He had that team Mamba, man. They had that mentality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all had that mentality, man. And when remember that short time Magic coached the Lakers?
I was about to bring that up, yeah.
They couldn't hang, man.
No.
They couldn't hang.
And Magic got frustrated,
Yeah.
Frustrated.
He
was after what? After like 11 games or something.
Oh, that's all. He didn't last a full season.
He didn't last a full season, man.
Wow.
Not all great players can coach.
Because they feel like, man, hold on, I'm finna check in, man. Hold on, man. Y'all
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'll show you how it's done. So, yeah, man, look at Kerr. He ended up a good coach, man. He averaged 5 points a game, man. But
Yeah, but I think that was a great finish for episode 9.
Yeah. But there's a little piece of episode 9. Well, it's not just episode 9, but I've noticed this throughout the whole series. But I made a note about it in episode 9 because when they were in the locker room, and Gus was there and all that stuff. Man, you know who was always there? Ahmad Rashad.
Rashad,
What?
he was right there.
Rashad had.
That was his boy, man.
He had front row seat to anything, man.
He was getting all the scoop.
He get all the scoop, man.
Man,
That was Jordan right hand man right there.
He was Jordan's pooper scooper.
Yeah.
Man,
No,
dude,
that's a good point. You brought that up. I noticed that as well.
I was looking at that. I was like, okay, he's talking about Gus. But why he's talking about Gus? Ahmad Rashad's sitting right there.
Always there.
So check this out. Ahmad Rashad might know a lot more than.
Oh yeah, that's why he was in the thing the whole time.
I mean,
You might have to put a little piece together,
I mean, you see Ahmad in the car with him. You know what I'm saying?
Always,
Yeah, exactly.
always rolling with him.
Always with him.
Yeah.
I seen Jordan taking the shit, smoking a cigar, and Ahmad sitting there.
Ahmad was right there. He's like, so
Lighting the cigar.
that's legendary shit right there.
So what do you think the game gonna be like today?
He passing him the tissue.
Looking at the paper. Yeah, you see what they say about you in the
You
zone.
killed me on that one, boy.
But yeah, man. All right, that wraps up episode 9.
Wrap up
Episode
episode 9 man. In the books. We're about to hit the final episode 10, man. We there, man.
10 right there.
It's coming up next. We're about to wrap it up, guys. See you guys next episode.
Leave your comments about that push off with Reggie Miller. What you think about Craig Hodges? Kerr. Talk about Kerr, man. His role, how he stepped up, man, make those big shots.
Mm-hmm.
Did Indiana had a better team or a better bench than the Bulls? Byron Russell, getting on Jordan's list.
Talking that smack. Yeah.
And it's Byron Russell, not Brian Russell. I say Byron Russell.
Byron Russell, man.
I'm gonna leave that in.
Man. Long Beach State, man. Byron Russell, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. End of episode 9. Thank you guys for watching. All right, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe.
Peace.
And see you guys next episode. Yo, thanks for watching the Ballers Club Sports channel. And make sure you subscribe. But don't forget, you want to see that next episode, right? Go ahead and click on it. Or if you want to see something else, man, we got so much other sports things that you can watch. Click on that too. But make sure you like and subscribe. It's important. All right.